Yeah, a lot. I didn't think. Uh, I don't know. With the perspective and everything, it's very hard to understand if the ball is going in or not. So it looks very slow. So and then the first look, of course, went to the linesman because you don't know if it's offside, if it's onside. Then luckily everything went down, and yeah, yeah, very happy. 3 points. Uh, yeah, maybe. So in the two games against Colorado, we didn't deserve to lose there. They didn't deserve to lose here. So, but it's a, maybe it's a better outcome because at the end we both have 3 points instead of having 2 points each, and it's a reward for both teams that they try to win both times.
You're heading into a break now.
Yeah.
You're not quite at the halfway stage, but it felt like these 2 games, these 4 days, it wasn't 6 points were a must, but it kind of, the way the team was playing, it did feel that if you could get 2 victories in this, it would set you up really nicely for the second half of
Yeah.
the season.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We have 25 points in 16 games, and so next game will be the half of the season, and we already trending to make at least 50 or more points, and then I think that should be our kind of objective because with me the last 3 years we did 49 points twice and we arrived sixth at both times. So if it means that if you make more than 50 points, probably you can target that mythical top four position that we say every time. So yeah, we have to continue play well and be structured in a way that first half was okay. We continue to play like the way that we played in Kansas City, I would say, for the entirety of the game, and here for like 20 25 minutes in the first half and 20 25 minutes in the second half, we can have some fun times. Yeah, probably was the tiredness and everything. We took too many pauses today.
How will you and your team use the break to hopefully improve and get on a better run of form?
No, the first thing we need to rest. That's the way that we use the break. Then the good thing, in my opinion, is that after the break, we're gonna play for the first 3 weeks only one game a week. So that will give us finally possibility to have at least 13, 14 training session where you can work on things that you want to improve. Where in the last 3, 4 weeks it was impossible to do it, and then it's gonna be very intense not only for those 3 weeks, but because after that we're gonna start again playing a lot in July. So we need to use a lot this first week, the next week. Everyone's gonna have a week off, so to recharge our batteries, and then from June 8th, whatever 9, then we'll start training and to work on things that we want to improve.
What do you make of Yohei's play, not just as of late, but for the entire season?
I think he's doing very well. Today was very good. He saved us at the end of the first half when we did a very stupid thing and we almost conceded a goal. And he was very unlucky. He almost did an own goal. Beppe luckily was really good at saving, and but he did very well. He like he's doing the entire season. I don't remember a game. Maybe the only game is in LA where those crosses in between the 6-yard box, it couldn't be in his ball. But it's the only game that I remember where it wasn't like more than sufficient. So yeah, he's doing very well.
Coach, we saw a clear difference between the team in the first half and the second half. Felt like in the first half, Brian was sort of a little bit on an island, and especially when you're trying to put balls into the box. The second half, we saw the team be a lot more aggressive, and that's Sebastian got the early goal in the second half.
Yeah.
What was the conversation like at halftime?
Yeah, we changed tactically the team defensively, not offensively, but defensively we changed. We went with gold number 10 and 2 strikers. So we were trying to do two things. First of all, having more quality in the build-up, because I thought that we were too scared with our players, especially our defenders, to go forward, and no one was dribbling the ball forward. No one was playing the ball to the midfielder. Andres was a little tired, to be honest, and so he couldn't do the work that he does every time, moving right and left and be an option every time the ball was going to the wide player and he wasn't there to play the ball inside to play. So I said, okay, let's try to change a little and put a little bit more quality with Ryan in the middle and putting Luis as a left centre back to have more ball playing. Went fantastically. After 30 seconds we scored with all the changes that we put Sebastian on the right and everything. Unfortunately, we conceded immediately the goal. But I think that till minute 65 we were doing very well. Then we went on a 15-minute spell where we lost a little bit of the distance. We were a little bit too far apart, and it was very hard to find a way to do something. At the end, I think it was the win of the heart of the player more than the tactics and everything. And I'm really happy that we got these 3 points. We got these 3 points because, as Michael said before, they put us perfectly for when we start again. But also they give us also more clarity in what we need to work on.
And then after the game against Miami, you said that you need a little bit of tactical shift to shock the players.
Yeah.
In the last 2 games, we've seen tactical shift into 3-5-2 and some different personnel, some rotation.
Yeah.
What have you made of the players that have come in and stepped in, like Javain, like Luis? Like
I think Javain, Luis, they did very well. Luis is like, he couldn't play 90 minutes. This 2 games back to back, he didn't play too much, so that's the reason why we took him off. But Giuseppe Bovallina came on. Damir came back very well. I'm really happy that that we have a lot of depth and we have a lot of people that are trying to get into the team and they are pushing the other players to do well. So last year would have been probably unthinkable to finish the game in the back 3, and there was neither Ranko, neither Tristan that play every game. They were like uncontested. This year we have the possibility to rotate them and to play other people too. So the same with having Giuseppe playing there, so having Alessandro and Pedro that can play in the same position. I mean Damir, he came on, he scored. So that's it's really important that everyone sees that they can have the contribution.
And then last one for me, the celebrations at the end, the group huddle, I felt like you could visually see the relief on the players who had to grab that goal and grab that one. What did you make of the way that the players celebrated that?
Yeah, that's everyone was happy because it's a very important game. Also, I think Damir embodies a lot the spirit of the team, the leadership of the team, the fact to put the team ahead. So it's beautiful that he had this moment of celebration, and of course, the fact that everyone says, "Oh, you guys are doing very well away, but at home not very well." Yeah, it's a little bit of a monkey that you have on your shoulder, and so winning today at least make us relief till the next time when it's going to be San Luis, I think, at the end of the month when we play again home. So, yeah, we need to try to win games like I think it's the first game of the year that we won when it was like very contested, and so hopefully it's a turning point.
Vanni, you talked a little bit about Damir. I'm wondering if you can talk about what he adds to this team and what you missed from him when he was out of the lineup.
Yeah, Damir had the possibility to have a striker that is, when we are pushing, can be in the box, very good technically. I think a goal like he scored today, he scored against us a couple of times like this, like controlling the box and scoring. And he'd allow us, especially during the game, when you are pushing, to have a presence in the box that is going to be important. The other thing, he'd allow us when he's going to be ready to go fully, like he almost ready to go fully to have possibility to rotate also Brian too, because Brian had to put like an enormous shift this month because we didn't have Damir, and so we didn't have another kind of natural number 9. Levante played there a couple of times, but Levante is more of a wide player, so that's important.
Speaking of Brian, he had a couple of chances tonight. He's had a couple of chances on Wednesday. It feels like he's a little bit snake bit right now. Does he
Yeah.
need some rest? Is that what?
Yeah, it's normal that he was happy but also frustrated at the end of the game. Like, as you're number 9, you have the chance, you do a lot of work like he does, and you want to score. Like, he had like 4 or 5 chances in the last 3-4 games, and they didn't go in the right way. But he needs just to keep being positive, and he knows how important he is for this team. He knows how he is fundamental for this team. So we're gonna push him, we're gonna work on him, we're gonna of course being honest and analyze every moment where there's a possibility to score and we don't score. But at the same time, we have to say that the performance that he did was, in terms of contribution to the team, was really good. So.
Vanni, Giuseppe Bovellina, obviously really natural wide player, obviously, and with a lot of energy as well. There's obviously more refinement that he needs to his game, but the few times we've seen him so far, he brings a lot that's got to be exciting and certainly offers you a variety of options going forward.
Yeah, he's a player that is very energetic. He's a very vertical player, up and down there. He can attack the space, he can defend. You see the defending on the line that he did today. And he needs, that's one of the players that will also benefit from the fact that we play one game a week from the next, because he needs to understand perfectly the system, how we work, how we can play, and of course we need to be. It's going to be an option more. Speaking of wide players, I don't want you guys to forget that also we have quite a very good wide players that he was missing in the last few games. So we hope that Sam is going to be back soon. Yeah.
And the game was won tonight thanks to your substitutes, because it wasn't just Krylak and Bovellina coming on late, but what Fafa Pico gave you in terms of energy right from the get-go at the start of the second half. So important that, when you make changes and you have an expectation those players come on.
Yeah, all the guys that came on did very well, and we actually played better with the guys with the change. So there's two ways to see that from a coaching perspective. One, congratulate yourself for the good change. You'll also say, hey, you did the wrong starting lineup. So that's it's actually, but beside the joke, I'm really happy that the guys that came on had an impact, because when this happens, it gives energy to everyone. It gives energy even to the guys that didn't come in, because say, I can get an impact next time. And to be honest, we rotate that much that I would say I think everyone feels part of the project. I think we started like, I don't know, this month probably 20 players, 21. So we started everyone basically, and that's the way that I like it. That's the way that I think you can even create even more healthy competition at training, and hopefully, and that's the way that it needs to be. Because again, as I said, maybe we're gonna see a more steady lineup for the next 3 games, because it's 1 game per week, but. Then from July, between Canadian Championship, midweek game, and we're gonna have another month like we had the month of May. So we need everyone for sure. Thank you. Thank you. Enjoy the break.